is Laura Fernandez Orgaz, and her talk, the title is Intangibles, a digital exhibition of Telefonica collection. Are you there, Laura?
Yes, thank you, Tula. Thank you to EVA for letting me share this project. Shane, if you want to share the presentation, please.
Okay, so the presentation is coming through on my window. Hopefully, that's okay for people.
Okay, yeah, great, thank you. So I'm going to talk about an exhibition, Intangibles, of the Telefonica collection, which took place in Madrid and a few Latin America cities more in October of 2019 till the end of February, right before the pandemic. Go on, please. So just before starting, let me tell you that the Telefonica collection belongs, I mean, it's conservated in Fundación Telefónica, Telefónica Foundation, which belongs to Telefónica, which is a digital telecommunications company based not only in Spain, but also in Latin America and a couple of countries in Europe. This exhibition is the first project that we organized totally digital of a selection of the collection. Next, please. These were some of the questions that we had on the table. Can an art exhibition be staged without the physical works of art? Can you enter the mind of an artist or within a work of art? Go on, please. Here we have the keys to the project. First of all, the starting point was a reflection. Since we belong to Telefónica, which is a digital telecommunications company, we thought, how has the digital revolution impacted the way of looking at art, feeling it, or learning about it? Keeping in mind that we are in a world where we received thousands of images every day through our screens, through our computers, telephones, TV, etc. We set a challenge, which was make a selection of the Telefonica collection and displayed in a digital format and showing it simultaneously in several countries where Fundación Telefónica is based. The goal of the project was, I'm sorry, I lost the presentation.
I don't see the presentation myself.
I can only see it in a small screen, Sean, at the top left.
Oh, really? I can't see it.
I lost it.
What happened to it? I see Laura's name. No,
it's on Sean's screen, but that's only small.
Try that. How's that?
Okay, back again. So
it's gone for me. I don't know.
Oh, it's gone again.
Sean, it's only very small. So is there any way you can make it larger to fill the screen?
I think that has to be done your end. What it is, if somebody else comes in, their window goes in front. So I will, I'll just mute you, Tula. So now hopefully.
So our goal was favoring experience-based learning from the collection through technology, not the opposite. I mean, not learning about technology. So the technology was just a vehicle. And another very important key was that the visitor was at the center of the project, which is not usually our way of working. We actually have in the center of our exhibitions the objects. Well, another part of the project was obviously the Telefonica collection, which has 1,000 works of art, Spanish and international, from the 20th century, many of them from the avant-garde and some others from the 50s to the 21st century. And the selection of artists, we selected nine of them. And we chose the most iconic and the most representative from the collection, which was Picasso, Juan Gris, Maria Blanchard, Torres Garcia, Magritte, Roberto Mata, Paul Delvaux, Chiridan Tapies. And each work of art has its own digital experience, but the works of art, the physical work of art, weren't there. Please, next one. I want to remark these three important issues. I already mentioned the simultaneity. We were not only in Madrid, we didn't have any physical work of art, so we were able to have the exhibition at the same time in Madrid, in Bogota, in Quito, in Mexico City, and in Lima, Peru. And there was a digital world map that allow us to be connected in real time. I'm explain a little bit later. There was a special place for mediation. Well, here it says meditation, but it's a mistake. Meditation to provoke debate. And the museography, we ended up having a replicable museum design adaptable to all the spaces in Spain and Latin America. Go on, please. So, how did we put together all the project? We used the design thinking methodology, which is very unique. It was very unique, not only in our foundation, I would dare to say in Spain. We don't usually use this methodology. Unfortunately, we don't use it in museums or in exhibitions. So, to put all this project together, we collaborated with a center, which is an international consultant, and we organized a very diverse multidisciplinary team with designer, architects, and also the inside team of Fundación Telefónica, which is my department, the collection, and also the education department. And there was a technical management, because produce an exhibition for a technological exhibition for so many cities, it was really a challenge. And so it was very important to have this person. And there was a team of technological development who developed all the experiences. And how did we do the design thinking process? We researched on exhibitions related to digital world. We did a lot of visit. Sorry, if you could go back. Okay, thank you. We organized a lot of workshops, and we did a lot of interviews with curators, artists, art critics, from not only from the art and museum field, but also related to digital culture. And we organized workshops with potential audience, interviews and workshops, talking about how they figured it out a digital exhibition could be and what they could expect about it. Go on, please. So after asking these questions in these workshops and interviews, we got the first responses, which were emotion. So people, I mean, they answer us that what they expected about a digital exhibition was to feel emotion, to learn, and also to be able to participate and interact. Also, this first stage of the research gave us the first insights in the exhibition design. Next, please. So the results for the exhibition design was we have a central corridor, like you see in the photos, very open. And then we had screens and different screens with the testimonies of the protagonists, the visitors, the potential visitors, the experts, the interviews. And on both sides, we have one room for each of the 9 experiences. Since I don't have too much time to share, I recommend to visit the microsite in fundaciontelefonica.com to be able to know this in depth. So in the left side, we organize the experience, what we call within the work of art, and in the other side, inside the mind of the artist. Next, please. The information about each artist was in different levels. The first levels before entering the experience, there was a quote, and also the second level of information, a quote of the artist, and the quote was kind of related to the kind of experience that finally we produced. The second level of information was in a cue art, and inside the mini space, visitors could find instruction, several icons with instructions of use for each experience. Also, there was in the website a down level piece with more information. Next. There was also a big panel with the different technologies used in each of the artists for people interested in technology to learn about the technical aspects of each experience. Next, please. Here you have an image of the world map, which allowed all the countries to be connected in real time. It was like a digital book of visits where visitors could share their comments about the exhibition. And every time you would write a comment, a light would blink on the map depending on the city where you are. And then if you click on the right side, you could read the message from the person, and you could know where this person was. Please, next one. As I said before, it was the first time we had a special space for educators to have conversation and debates about the future of collections, the future of exhibitions, the future of art and technology and museums, etc. The visitors were more than 170,000 visitors came to the exhibition in the different cities. And in Madrid, almost 6,000 people participated in 254 activities. We also could do a first tracking experience in the exhibition. Next, please. we have a very long questionnaire to see how people reacted. We did around 400 surveys. 90% would recommend the exhibition. The experiences that had been most enjoyed and appreciated were those of within the work of art. 81% of the visitors said that they didn't remember any other exhibition like this. 75% of users gave a rating of 4 or 5 points regarding the learning of a new piece of information, or that the exhibit allowed them to find out something new about the work of the artist. Most of the installations were rated 4 out of 5 in terms of experience and interaction or understanding the message. Next, please. And the results of the tracking were that the best understood experience were those of Picasso, Maria Blanchard, Chillida, Juan Gris, Magritte, and Delvaux, and the least understood were those of Torres Garcia and Tapies, which, by the way, Tapies has a very conceptual work, and it was one of the most difficult artists to think or to translate into a digital experience. So we weren't surprised of this response. The average of the time was of the visit was half an hour, and 24% of people read the introduction test for 1 or 2 minutes, and the other test takes the second level of information for around 10 seconds. The interaction time with experience was about 1 or 2 minutes. Go on, please. So in March, when the pandemic started out, we decided to adapt the project. I mean, we closed the exhibition in February. So we thought that it could be a nice opportunity, a good opportunity, and since the exhibition was totally digital, have a version adapted to the web format. So then we created Intangibles, a virtual experience from the Telefonica collection. Go on, please. We had a virtual gallery, which provides access to the digital experience of this new version. But in this case, only 5 experiences: Picasso, Blanchard, Mata, Torres Garcia, and Juan Gris. And we tried to be very faithful to the version which was in the gallery. And again, one of the main priorities was also the learning and expanding the knowledge of the artist. Go on, please. And here you have a very small, if you could turn on the video, please, Sean.
Okay. I don't seem to have the video playing.
Yeah, go to the bottom of the image.
That's what I'm doing. I'm double clicking on it.
No, it appears a little bit. Okay, well, no problem.
Okay, maybe what we'll do is we'll make sure that the video is included when we post details of it afterwards. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say that people, if you go to Intangibles in fundaciontelefonica.com, you will find information about the exhibition and about this version. Because in this case, people are allowed to move the different shapes of this cube. Is still life by Maria Blanchard, interacting and creating their own piece. And that's all for now. Thank you very much for listening to me. Right on time.
So Tula, I'm going to unmute you. Or
okay.
You can Yep, you're there.
Are we back?
Mhm.
Yes, we are. So do we have any questions? I'm here looking at the chat box. Does somebody have a question they'd like to ask? We have about a minute. Okay, if not, then we're going to.
Maybe just brief